Yahuwah, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahushai, Kal Halayim La Alahai Nawa, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash. Alright, Shalom, Mabarakim, Lavakaim Yasha Allah, Washani Kabag, Gawala Wakab, Zaponim Nawa, Waha Shalayakim Nawa, Yasha Allah, Ba'ay. Okay, giving all praises to the Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh. Alright, his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Alright, and peace and blessings to the elect out there. Alright, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Alright, you are the biblical Israelites and who the world calls Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai is coming back to save 1/3 and 144,000 of you, of us. You know, I pray that I be of that number. And double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone in these times. Alright, and known as Great Millstone in the English in these times. Alright, and in the Hebrew, like I said before, it would be Gawala Wakab. So Shani Kabbalah come, which means double honors to you all. Alright, judgment on Maktesh. Alright, it's going down. Alright, I was out, you know, doing some shopping yesterday, doing some things, listening to the radio this morning, and man, these people's voices, man, they keep cracking. They keep cracking when they talk, you know, because judgment's coming, is hitting everybody's pockets. So this is prophecy. I just want to bring it out, you know. It's making me happy to finally see that these Babylonians are starting to feel the curses, basically, you know, the basket in the storehouse. The Lord talks about this curse. Maybe Lord will and I get that too through the Spirit. But basically, you know, these Americans, they're having a hard time, you know, forecasting their financial future. And Maktesh, when you look it up, is an ancient merchant city in the scriptures. So Zephaniah or Tazapanya, Most High's treasure, 1 and verse 11. It says, "How ye inhabitants of Maktash, really Maktash in the Hebrew. It says, for all the merchant people are cut down, and they that bear silver are cut off." Hey, and the actual prices of silver and different precious metals are going down. You know, they're doing things that are not normal. They would normally do in the market, and it's because the Lord is bringing judgment. Mashapatyam, all right, Mashapatyam Salak is kind of dark. Let me get some lights on it here. All right, Mashapatyam means judgment. Okay, that's what Mashapatyam means. Give me 1 second. Let me get some light. All right. Yeah, so Mashapatyam upon Maktash, man, the judgment. This place has created wickedness. This place has created wickedness off of our backs, man, you know. So now the Lord is bringing judgment upon this place for doing just that upon us. So let me just get James, you know, get some of these basic scriptures. Because a lot of these people are bugging out. A lot of them are Christians. They're doing the Christian scramble right now. A lot of these Christians, they can't understand. Well, they're not going to understand because they can't go to church. Why the economy is failing, all right? This is James 5 and 1. It says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your misery that shall come upon you." And we just read in Zechariah, "Howl, ye inhabitants of Maktesh." Again, Maktesh was that ancient Wall Street, if you will, where they did a lot of trading. Now in James 5 and 1, it says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you." And the miseries are coming upon a lot of these people here in the States and across the world. The economy, the economic forecast around the earth is real bad. All right, they're trying to basically create a cashless economy so they can bring in this chip. All right, which is the mark of the beast. It says, "Your riches are corrupted, your garments are moth-eaten." And how are your riches corrupted? Well, you got a MFN. A 4.5 to 500 year head start with free labor. All right, if I could start a business off of free capital, I will flourish. You know, and then if the capital is free for several years, hell yeah, you're gonna do good. So this place reached its height. All right, this place reached its height in this complete wickedness, man. All right, so that's why the Lord, it says your riches are corrupted. Now this is Sirach. I had a precept to that. Sirach 21:3, it says, all iniquity is as a two-edged sword, that wounds whereof cannot be healed. To terrify and do wrong will waste riches. Thus the house of proud men shall be made desolate. Let me read that again. Sirach 21:4, it says, to terrify and do wrong, that's America's MO. That's all they've done is do wrong. All right, that's why judgment's coming upon them. It says, to terrify and do wrong will waste riches. Thus the house of proud men shall be made desolate. All right, and America's super proud, man. They use their riches to bomb all these other countries. All right, they use their riches to create unmanned aircrafts to go bomb people. All right, that's corruption. That is complete wickedness. They put money towards campaigns to literally keep the so-called Native American man, all right, the so-called African American, West Indian, Puerto Rican man down in this country, man. There's papers on the books that say if you don't meet a certain criteria, you can't get a loan, or you can't open up a business, or you can't buy a home. There's certain things like that, all right? But this man, he's so proud because he wants to keep us on the bottom. He wants to stay on top, all right? And he's using it by his money. There was one of the Rothschilds said that. I don't care who runs the country if I can control the money. You know, as long as basically to that effect, if I can control the money within a country, I don't care who runs it. Because if you control the money, you control the country. You control the monetary transactions. You control the way of life, all right, the lifestyles and the customs of the people. You control what they see and what they think for the most part, all right? Now, back in James 5:3, it says, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust, let me read 2 again. James 5:2, Yaiquab 5:2, your riches are corrupted and your garments moth-eaten. Why does it say your garments are moth-eaten? Well, the foundation and the infrastructure of America was not built to last. All right, the money that they put into this place started failing back when the 2000s kicked in. You know, they say that all the roadways, really all the highways, that was supposed to be for military when it was first built, just in case it has to be a quick evacuation route. Now you got people driving all along these highways. All right, and these highways are tore up, man. These highways are messed up. These buildings are messed up. All right, they're constantly building and having to remodel homes. All right, that's why they call this thing, they call it flipping houses, or flipping apartments. After someone moves out, they have to flip the apartment because they got to make sure there's no mold in there. They got to make sure there's no mice and roach infestation. All right, well, that's America as a whole. It's got mildew. It's got roach infestation. All right, and guess what? When, according to the scriptures, if there's mildew in your crib, you have to take it down all the way. All right, you have to completely get rid of it. All right, just like in construction, I know brothers that work in construction. You know, if there's mildew in a wall, you have to go in through the other way to get it. All right, to make sure you get all of it. That's what the Lord's doing. He's tearing this place down piece by piece. Hey, Shalom, Mark. This is a quick precept here. Yeah, that's beautiful. Let me get that. Genesis 47 and 15. Let me just grab that because yeah, Egypt is getting the same plagues and is getting jacked up. And the same thing's happening again. Remember, when Egypt was getting jacked up, we were good. All right, Genesis 47 to 15. This is what Yawasap, all right, Joseph, all right, the father of the so-called Cubans and so-called Puerto Ricans of today. Genesis 47, I'm going to start at 13. This is good right here. It says, and there was no bread in all the land. That's true. That's what's going on right now because of the judgment on the economy, man. They have people believing that, first of all, that this money is real money. So with that notion, they think that, okay, I need to pull all my money out and get as many groceries as I can. I need to stockpile. So now when you go and look in these different places, there's literally no bread. It says, for the famine was very sore, so the land of Egypt, Mashapatyam, and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. And Joseph gathered up, and that's judgment. And Joseph, Yawasap, gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Yawasap brought the money into Pharaoh's house. And when the money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all Egyptians came to Yawasap and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And that's what these people are going to do. They're going to come to us like we got answers. Like we're going to be able to write a check to deliver you because you didn't you took the chip, but you're still not getting a ration. All right, you're gonna try and come find the men of the Lord, but look, there's gonna be a literal famine and there's gonna be an actual famine, and we got the real money. All right, you understand? We got the actual riches. The Lord said that even though thou art in poverty, all right, He said, I know thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. All right, our faith, Akim, all right, our faith is as rubies. And the so-called white man, he lays up his faith and his belief in things that are not spiritually tangible, if you will. All right, he believes in carnal stuff. Now, it's Proverbs 8 and Proverbs 8 and 11. It says, "For wisdom is better than rubies, and all things that may be desired are not to be compared to it." So you have a lot of people, and I'll get that precept too. The water sheep of Yahweh Shai, 37:16. A lot of people, they're scrambling. They're not thinking about the Lord. You're not thinking about, okay, let me store up what He's been saying about these in my mind, so I won't get caught off guard. So I'll be protected. All right, because that's the real money. That's a defense. There's two types of monies that are defense. There's actual money. You know, that will protect you in certain situations or whatever. But the situation we're coming into, you need the money of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now I think that precept said 37:16. Psalms 37:16. It says, "A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked." And you have a lot of these celebrities. They got hella bread. They got big ass cribs, and some of them are what still getting touched by this coronavirus, man. Because there's Mashapatyam is on Maktesh. A lot of these athletes and celebrities that have money in these big companies like different types of water and energy drinks and clothing lines. All right, well the retails have stopped. All right, the purchasing of certain things have stopped. All right, you don't go in stores anymore to buy CDs and disc and cassette tapes. All you gotta do is click on your phone now. Well, guess what? Trump just said within the next 18 months, resources are going to be scarce. All right, he's not just talking about food. He's talking about money. All right, he's talking about electricity. He's talking about water. He's even talking about your trash collection. All right, all these things are affected by the stock market. All right, and that was a good precept. I'll read that again. The volume of Psalms 37:16. It says, "A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked." And Esau and this government, they don't have any righteousness within them. They say in God we trust, but they don't say His name. They don't say where how the root of this money is coming from. How are you getting it? All right. First of all, the faces on the money that we use are all slave masters. So it's demonic as all hell. The money that we have to use is demonic as hell, man. All right. Now there's another precept I really wanted to get. Just give me a second. The scriptures talk about when you defraud a man of his labor, basically you're like a bloodshedder. All right, and that's another reason why judgment is coming upon the money in this place. All right, if I can find it, let me just if a brother can find that in the Apocrypha, give me a second here. Yeah, here we go. Sirach 30, Ecclesiasticus chapter 34, verse 21. It says, "The bread of the needy is their life. He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. And he that defraudeth the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder." And like I said, the scripture said your riches, Yaquab in James 5, it says your riches are corrupted. How are they corrupted? Well, you tax all our money. You exact usury. All right, you lend someone money, but then you want them to pay 2 times back on it. That doesn't make sense. Then you have a lot of people. There's not a common ground or standard for how it is what's going to happen as far as the workforce. Some people are getting sent home, and you can just work from home. Other people are losing their jobs. They're telling them to go home, and we'll tell you when you can come back, but we're not paying you, or we'll pay you for 2 weeks. But if it goes longer than that, we can't do shit for you. All right, well, that's the Lord's doing. That's the Lord bringing Mashapatyam on Maktesh. And again, Mashapatyam means judgment, and Maktesh is the Wall Street or the stock exchange, the trading, the way people trade from the ancient world. That's today. All right, and these are all prophecies. They're bringing this out because it's prophecy. All right, one more time. I'll finish up here. Ecclesiasticus chapter 34, verse 22. It says, "He that take oh no, I gotta get Revelation. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defraudeth the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder." And a lot of people that are out of work, you're gonna miss your house payments. All right, you're gonna miss these payments that you need to make, and because you're missing them, they're gonna come take your crib. All right, you're gonna see a lot of furniture on these streets very soon, man. All right, and a lot of these people that are gonna have these furniture on their streets, their bank accounts are gonna be depleted. You're not gonna be able to do nothing. You're gonna end up like this homeless community, and the government needs to take account for that. And how are they gonna do that? They're gonna put that RFID chip inside of you. All right, they're gonna put that chip inside of you, and you're gonna get judged. A lot of you people are gonna get judged. All right, Mashapatyam. All right, judgment. And you know what's crazy? Vocab circulated that video a couple of months ago, and then the judgment really started coming again, man. The downfall of our women heavily too. All right, our women. The scriptures talk about that you shall be trodden down as the mire of the street. All right, hey, look at that. Yeah, in Durham Branch, the brother your call, it says 1,500 National Guards already deployed. Yeah, and the brother up here in Maryland, the brother Ganon, when he was on his way to work on the highway, he saw troops out here in Glen Burnie and Ellicott City, Maryland. If the brothers are familiar with the area, that's in the north. So these troops are being spread throughout all the states to start rounding people up, because they know once the economy goes, all right, once a nigga can't go to the store and get his 211 and his cigarello, it's trying to go to Jedediah's crib. It's trying to go to Matt's crib or whoever's crib and break in and try and start stealing stuff. All right. Well, guess what? You had to get ready. That's the spirit. 20,000 troops were deployed in the UK. All right. So yeah, these troops. The devil said he's gonna come down upon the whole earth with great wrath. So when you start going to these grocery stores and the gas stations, the items, the resources are going to be regulated. But who are they going to be regulated by? By the military, by the government. All right. Again, because judgment is coming upon the money of this place around the whole world, really. This is Revelation 18 in verse 22. It says, "And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee." All right, you're not seeing, there's no more bread and circuses. All right, there's no more halftime shows. There's no more national anthems. The Wadi Yahweh Shimi Awashai for no more national anthems. The Wadi Yahweh Shimi Awashai for no more Pledge of Allegiance, man. All right, this is the prophecy coming to pass. It says, "It shall be heard no more at all in the land, and no craftsman, and whatsoever craft he be, shall be found any more in thee." All right, meaning the grinding is going to cease, the workforce is going to stop. These companies, what they're trying to do is trying to keep as much cash on hand. All right, so they're not going to give out bonuses, they're not going to give out pensions. All right, they're not going to be hiring. There's a hiring freeze. All right, a lot of companies are not hiring, trying to keep as much cash on hand, hoping that they pull through, and then they can start buying back some of these people, if you will, and resources. All right, and retaining customers, because a lot of people are what do you call it, separating themselves from certain companies because they can't afford them anymore. So now they have to give things away for free. All right, but that's not going to work. All right, this is going to be no more work found anymore. It says, "And the sound of the millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee." Yeah, a lot of people, that was their hope, that was their light in this world, going to work, getting a paycheck, expecting that direct deposit week after week or twice a month whenever you get it, $2,500, $3,500. Some people $7,500, every 2 weeks coming in, back to back to back. All right. But that light is going to be put out. It says, "And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all." And yeah, all that partying, all that bachelor party spirit, that turn up spirit is over. All right. The real turn up is for the men of the Lord. All right. It says, "For the merchants, for thy merchants, all right, were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived." And that's why judgment's coming. The Lord ain't dealing with sorcery. He ain't dealing with, what's that scripture in This is Sirach 11. By ill-gotten riches, I think it's the kingdom is translated from one people to another. If a brother can find that and post it, Vakashar, I'm not sure exactly where that is in the Apocrypha. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much the point, through the Spirit. The judgment's coming upon all the work. Yeah, everybody's going to be touched. I mean, I'm even feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is looped in with this monetary system, man, one way or another. All right, but guess what? We have faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai. Again, I know, and we should know, all right, and I pray this is edifying, that these scriptures, all right, these scriptures is the real faith. It's the real rubies, all right, because we got the answers. That's it. It was Ecclesiasticus 10 and 18. His brother on it, Sheba Yahweh Shai. Sirach 10 and 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to read it again. All right, it's one of them tracks. You gotta hit the repeat button. It says, Sirach 10 and 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit. And that's the MO of this place. All right, Babylon, America, its reputation precedes it. All right, everybody, if you read that and you say, what country is that? That's America. They stole it from the Gadites, then they brought us over here and served slavery for free, whipping our backs. All right, well, it says this, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So the judgment that's coming on this place, crashing its money, destroying its resources and everything, why is that happening? It's happening because the kingdom is about to get translated. All right, the judgment is coming upon this place. Because the Lord, he's destroying it. He wants his people to rule the earth again, all right? And we're going to bring the real judgment, all right? The real judgment on our earth, and we're going to rule this earth in righteousness. We're going to have a flourishing economy after America is destroyed, all right? This is Job 27 in verse 16. It says, though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay. So if somebody's heaping up silver, a real precious, actual money that's a precious metal, as dust, you can't see dust. Dust is everywhere. So that means this man has heaped up massive amounts of riches. All right, and people are actual riches too, are assets. All right, Abraham had servants. No, that was part of his riches. All right. Now it says, though he heap up silver as dust and prepare raiment as clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. All right. So that's what I wanted to bring out. I got to start working soon here. But, Thawadi Ha Bashmial Shai again, for just bringing the collapse of everything here in Babylon and Maktesh. I pray that he continues to Shalak Mashapatyam al Maktesh, which means send judgment upon Maktesh, which basically means the money. All right, Abad called Kasapium Wazahabium. All right, destroy all the silver and all the gold, Baba Ball, in Babylon through the Spirit. All right, yeah, that's right, Baba Ball, man. That's the spirit we're supposed to be in. All right, Abad called Rashayim. Kasapium wa Zahabium, destroy all the wicked with silver and gold in Babylon, man. So Barakatah Yahal Bashim Shai, the Wadi Yahal Bashim Shai, I pray and I know you're edified. Shalom to the elect, and double honors to our elders and apostles, known as Great Millstone in these times in the English, and in the Hebrew, that would be Gawala Wakab, which means Great Millstone. So Shenika Badla come. Shalom.